Hi. The topic of this article is Thematic Essay, Overview and Essential Tips on Writing This Academic Paper. Published on the www.writemeessaytoday.us website, the best-in-class essay writing service for college and university students. So, let's move on to maintenance. Although a thematic essay has many similarities with other types of essays, some crucial differences may confuse some students. Depending on their personal skills, students may face significant difficulties at any stage of writing a thematic essay. Therefore, they have to study the requirements for this type of college assignment and strive to meet them. In this article, you can check out some of the essential properties of thematic essays. Knowing them will help you cope with this type of academic work. What is a thematic essay? Each literary work ever written has its own theme and general purpose. However, not all talented writers who wrote literary works intended to immediately reveal to readers what they wanted to say. More often than not, they tried to involve readers in the world of their writing and make them read between the lines. The goal of the readers is to uncover what the authors tried to say in their works. This is how students can take the first step towards writing a thematic essay. So, what is a thematic essay? It is an academic assignment in which students have to highlight the central theme in a given literary work and show which literary techniques were used. For a well-written thematic essay, a solid basic idea is essential, and it has to be supported by concrete evidence and logical arguments based on the literary techniques used. Literary devices are structures such as metaphors, allegory, imagery, personification, symbolism, etc. that are used by a writer to better convey a message to readers. A theme essay is based on a specific question or topic. Students should develop the main idea or topic around which the entire paper will revolve. They need to answer specific questions related to the chosen theme and give them a clear explanation. In addition, students have to show the connection between different facts and come to a logical conclusion. Understanding and comprehending historical facts and social phenomena requires critical thinking, research skills, and correct assessment to formulate a coherent and detailed description of the topic under consideration. How to find and explore the central theme. A well-written thematic essay is built on a concrete central idea, which is convincingly supported by literary devices and logical arguments. Hence, students should be extremely careful when choosing an essay topic. Each reader can interpret and understand different problems in different ways. Students can select a relevant topic for them, but this does not mean that their essay readers will have the same opinion. Consequently, students should imagine what their potential readers are and identify the most acceptable and unambiguous idea that will interest them. Students need to evaluate all the pros and cons and find a definite objective to steer them in the right direction. To fully explore the topic, students have to use evidence, facts, and examples gleaned from primary and secondary sources. Various points must be judged and linked to come to a logical conclusion. Only reliable sources should be used, as incorrect facts can confuse and puzzle readers. Understanding the main topic and providing relevant examples allow the teacher to evaluate the student's knowledge of the material in question. Think about the topics you discuss with friends, acquaintances, or parents. Perhaps some of these conversations will remind you of a piece of literature that you like. Write down all the ideas that come to your mind, even the most absurd and controversial ones. Try to analyze the subject and the problems on which the authors built their literary works. You can also find some exciting and compelling ideas in different literary works. Brainstorming can surely help you come up with your own topic for your thematic essay. Human rights thematic essay ideas. Human rights and globalization. Internet censorship is a violation of human rights. Cuba, crimes against human rights. Are human rights universal? Sex trafficking, a serious crime and a grave violation of human rights. Child labor is a human rights violation. Women's rights are human rights. Human rights violations history. Geography thematic essay topics. Russian geography and its effect on society. Geography Senegal, an in-depth study. Senegal is a republic located in geography and eschatology. Christopher Columbus. International business. Geology of Massif Montcris. Volcano types. Compare and contrast China and Rome. Decentralization, federal government. Political systems thematic essay ideas. Diversity of political and economic systems around the world. Non-political revolutions. Political socialization. Relationships among ethical, Social and Political Issues, Gender Mainstreaming, An Introduction to 16th Century Political Thought, Rhetorical Analysis of Obama's Political Speeches, Compare and Contrast Machiavelli and Hobbes, Political Art in the 19th and 20th Centuries, Economic Systems Thematic Essay Ideas, Activity-Based Costing, Balanced Scorecard and Economic Value Added, The Rapidity of the Economic Development of a Country, Comparative Economic Development, Economic Planning History, Case Study Economic Environment, Economic Impact of Railways, Accounting Information Systems and Ethics, Economic Sanctions, Market Economy versus Command Economy, US History Thematic Essay Topics, The Forgotten War in United States History, Impact of Great Depression on American History and Culture, Importance of Enron's Actions in United States History, Modern U.S. History and Progressive Era, Native Americans' Land History, Triumph and Tragedy in History of the American Revolution, United States History, Racial Inequalities, Belief Systems Thematic Essay Topics, Analysis of Social Credit System through Confucianism Theory, The Attitude to Water in Confucianism and Taoism, The Concept of Confucianism and the Mandate of Heaven and the Analects of Confucius, The Significance of the Concepts of Confucianism, Death, Heaven and Hell in Hinduism and Christianity, Hinduism and Buddhist Perspective of Suicide and Euthanasia, History and Comparison of Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity and Islam, A Comparison of Two Religious Traditions, The Use of Arts in Christianity and in Judaism. This essay post was provided by the expert writer of Write My Essay Today. They can write an original sample for you too. Simply submit your Write My Essay request, and you'll be in contact shortly. Thematic Essay Outline. The outline guarantees the integrity of all the essay parts and is designed to guide the student through the entire process of writing. You can create a perfect and logically written thematic essay with a detailed plan of work to do. The thematic essay outline is similar to the plan adapted to other types of essays. So, even if this is the first time you are going to write this type of paper, you are undoubtedly familiar with the common basics of essay structure. How to write a thematic essay then? Its creation involves following several essential rules. The paper should have a clear structure and contain a specific thesis, since data presentation should come from the main subject. Students have not to lose sight of the main point and allow themselves to delve into intricacies. All parts of the essay have to be written in accordance with the formatting standards. Any thematic essay should have at least 5 paragraphs. Thus, the 5-paragraph structure includes an introduction, 3 body sections, and a conclusion. An introduction is the heart of every essay. This initial part should be relevant and interesting to the reader. A weak introduction will hardly attract the attention of readers, so they may not want to keep reading the essay. However, a strong introduction will definitely arouse the reader's interest. To start writing the paper, you need a consistent theme, a catchy introduction, and a clear explanation of your main goal. Thus, the first sentence should be a hook statement. After that, provide the necessary background information and add a thesis that should summarize the main idea or topic. Body paragraphs have to be strictly separated, and each of them should refer to one or more literary devices. Your goal is to back up arguments and provide as many supporting details as possible. An analysis is needed to validate your idea and explain your thoughts. Taking examples from the literary work in question is an excellent method to reinforce your statements. You can add some quotes or citations related to the essay topic. In doing so, be precise and concise. Finally, the conclusion should include a summary of all the arguments presented. It should be written in 1 or 2 sentences that will summarize your work. This part should be short, clear, logical, and convincing. You do not need to add new and unnecessary information, even if it seems relevant to the topic. Summarize the 3 most essential statements and briefly explain how these points affect and support the thesis. The final sentence of your thematic essay should give an impetus for further discussion. End of article. You always can get essay writing help with WriteMyEssayToday.us.